Let's go, baby. Let's go. Well, hello and welcome in. Happy Tuesday. My name is Brandon Spinner, and you've stormed yourself into the one YouTube channel where I say it is always whiskey weather. To my right, I've got IT guy Ajay. Patnaik. To my left, we're going to call him junior producer because he missed the last one again, Jack Weaver. Just kidding, my guy Jack, producer, executive producer over there to my left. Welcome in. You guys know the deal. If this is not your first time here, can you hear me? Can you see me? Where are you watching from and what are you drinking? Already got Daniel K 3070 as a new member and Scott Huff 4735 as a new member. Welcome to the new Storm Chaser membership program. You can join that via YouTube through the link in the description, along with Patreon. Same type of perks and membership. Scott and Daniel, send me an email with your information and I can get you that welcome message sent on over. Congrats, says Todd Tipton. Jack says hello. Kevin Roll is in the house. Hi from Bama Bourbon. What's going on, Kevin Brock? We've got Tom Blandford down in Southern Indiana. Congrats on 35K, B, says Kim Jones. A little Silk Velvet followed by some Crittenden 7-year. Nice McRoss is here. How's the Silk Velvet? Can't find it here. It is fantastic. I'll get you a link if you email me where you can buy that online. Terry Powers is here. Good evening. Hello from the Great White North of Canada, from Les Lives Outside. Cheers from Buffalo, New York. What's going on? Bearded Lunchbox. He's in the house. Hopefully he's able to drink this week. Last stream, I think he was at work. Thanks, Logan. Appreciate my guy. Congrats on 35K, 50K before Christmas. Your lips to God's ears, K-Dog. Appreciate all y'all for joining in. Stacy, sipping on Killowen rum and raisin Irish whiskey. 7 days till St. Patty's Day for sure. I was thinking about you the other day. I saw an Irish whiskey on the shelf, and I was like, Stacy, hey, congratulations, says Real Scotch Guy. New Riff Bourbon in the Glen for Bearded Lunchbox USA, says Michael Burns. Canadian $25 super sticker from K-Dog. So thank you to K-Dog for the first super sticker or the super chat. Sorry I'm late, was liking the stream. That's a big shout out from Connor, Kyle, Lewis, Dad Does Bourbon. Down here in Louisville, not Louisville, I'm thinking Lewis is his middle name, in Union, Kentucky. A big shout out to Connor. He just said it. If you haven't hit the like button on the stream yet, please do so. If you're watching on a mobile device, you can swipe that over to the right, hit the like button, and then swipe right back into the comments. And with that, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, what have you done? What are you doing? Please do so as we are shooting for 50,000 by the end of the year. Are you going to be going to Pig and Swig in Kentucky? I'm not sure. I haven't even heard of it. I'll have to look into it. I'll look that up later on. Northern Indiana for Terry Powers. Old Cassidy in the glass. Lucky. David Sikeski. Soda tonight. What kind of soda? What's your go-to? Crazy ass weather here in Central Illinois, says Scott Compton. Yeah, moderate risk. We could talk a little bit about that here in a little bit as well. Congrats on 35K from Kevin, from Nick. Kevin just sent a $5 super chat. Congrats on 35K, and it's already started. It's not Richard Nixon, though. Bill Clinton's in the house. Heard you were talking about my friend's island. Oh, boy. Hit that like button. Congrats on 35K. What's going on? Ryan Tiller. Old Fashioned for my baby Allie. What's going on, baby? Thanks for watching in this evening. She's got an Old Fashioned. What did you use as the base? Kyle Lewis from Louisville. Ever changing when it comes to Connor. Maryville in Illinois. Larrikin American Light Whiskey. I think that's a fantastic pour. Maybe a little overpriced, but overall delicious. Scott Carhoff's got Knob Creek 18 in the Glen. A new member from Common Poe 4641. Is that supposed to be like a play on like common foe? I don't know. The lore grows deeper and deeper every stream. Sipping on Woodford Double Oaked Bourbon. You're already throwing some super chats in here. We'll get to why here in a second. Tony Bowman, $5 super chat. Congrats on 35. I haven't even thrown up the super yet, y'all, as in the scrolling banner. But now it is, and we'll get to why. Dancing Goat 12-year Bourbon says Squeaks 280 going to be late. I have a dinner guests. Okay, thanks, Kevin. And congrats on making great content and being rewarded for it. This is Mississippi Buckeye. I appreciate you and for your support. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Man, that's a tongue twister. Still Austin. Congrats, brother, says JJ. JJ up there. Staple maple old fashioned with Sazerac rye, the 100 proof. Hell yes. Coke Zero cherry float. Ooh. So what are we donating tonight? Well, $5 for every $5. We've got some big giveaways tonight. As you do know, normally when we do some celebratory streams or celebration streams, we do big giveaways. 10,000 was huge. That was almost a year ago. That was May 28th. Tonight, March 10th, we've got several different bottles to give away, but we're going to make it tiered. If we're going to give 3 away for sure. And if we get to more, then we're going to add some stuff to it. So first things first on the realist. No. Old Forester 1924 and 1792. So you may have watched a recent short video that I posted last week. Was able to find these here in town. I said we'll give them away on a future live stream. Tonight's the night. And Jack can toss the link in the comments below if you want to watch that short video of where I grabbed these and how much they were. But those are the first 2 bottles we'll be giving away tonight. And attached to that, we'll also be giving away this Penelope Rio. So the Penelope Rio, this was last year's batch, which was batch 4. So those 2 bottles and then this bottle will be part of the giveaways. And if we get to another tier, I've got some fun things to add as we go throughout the evening. So keep those coming. Rick Daigle, $35 super chat via Venmo. We've got Jacob Morrison, $25 coming through as well. So already some great super chats coming in. So let's get into what we're going to talk about tonight. We've got a little bit of hodgepodge of everything for this evening. Figured we do some blind samples. I've got some blind samples from some folks. I've got some boxes to unbox that I am well behind on. Got a dusty bottle to review as well. So already seeing some more flying in. Bearded Lunchbox, $20 super chat. Congrats on 35K. Hit that like button, y'all. Real Scotch Guy, $5 super chat. Appreciate the support. Signed in under the correct account tonight, says Kim. $5 from Kim Jones. Bradford Moore, 5803. Jack Daniels, 10-year batch 3. Did he send another super sticker? K-Dog, $24.99 super sticker. Racing RC. $10 super chat. Phil Travato, 7878. Big giveaway. Yes, 1924. And then Scott Huff, thank you for what you do. Love the content. Jack, if we can get to 50 total super chats by 9:30, I'll add a new bottle to the table.
50 by 9:30.
50 by 9:30. I'm sure we're at like 15 right now. Pretty close.
Something like that, yeah.
Let's double check Venmo. Rick was the last one that was there. Brendan Carey, $50 super chat. Cheers, Brendan. Appreciate you, my man. Kevin Barrett, $15. Jim Turner, $20. Danny O'Connor, $10. Nick Cross, $45. And Nick, I got to get back to your email here after the stream. Ryan Tiller, $5 super chat. And Colin Ziachik, and I think I just saw a message from Colin come through on Patreon. Colin, I was a little bit balls to the wall trying to get this all ready to go, but he asked if there were any bars in Lexington that I have been to. I've never really been out and about in Lexington to go to a bar. I've always been staying in a hotel and never really left. The one place I did go with Dave Bob, what was it called? It was really cool. It was a steak joint downtown. And then the other time I was hammered, it was after a buddy's wedding. They had a really good bourbon selection, but it was 2022 and we had been at the wedding and I had like 15 different Cougar Bait beers. So, I can't really give you a whole lot on Lexington bars, but you've got a bunch of people here in the chat who probably have some recommendations. So if you do have some of those for our guy, Colin, toss them in the comments below. Another $10 from McKinney, MD Kinney, VIP. Congrats on 35K. Chris Crawford, 35,000 subscribers, Brandon. Happy 35,000 from Chris out there in Indy. EP Bender, let's go on the 35K. $5 super chat. Appreciate you. I've only had Old Forester Statesman, says Kevin Roll. New member from Mississippi, Buckeye. Thank you, Mississippi. Real Scotch Guy, another $5 coming through. Our guy Hoove up there in Indy. Not about the bottles. It's about supporting the channel. Support this man. I appreciate you, Hoove, truly. Trevor in Ohio, congrats on 35K, $50 super chat. Trevor, I got to give a big shout out to Trevor. He just sent me a bottle for a review. Trevor, I'm like 20 bottles in front of you. So appreciate the patience, and I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. But he sent me one of those allocated bottles that dropped in Ohio over the last couple of weeks that people are looking for some reviews on. Bluefish, our guy Russ up there in Columbus. Congrats on 35K. Got Big Sky Blue from Stonehouse Distillery in the Glen. That's more of a tongue twister than I expected. $20 super chat. Another $10 from Tony Bowman. Got to add another bottle. I want to win something. $10 from Bradford Moore. 5803 again. 50 super chats by 9:30. Let's go. Tired Tater. Can you please just grow a killer stash now? So he's the first one to comment on it. You guys didn't say anything.
Yeah, I noticed it. Nice.
Y'all ever done this before? I went to go shave today to like just trim the beard. I grabbed the wrong guard for the trimmers, and I was going over the sink, and I looked down. I was like, "Damn! I didn't realize my beard was that long because the hair was pretty long." And I looked up. I was like, "Oh, shit! It's all gone." So Allie's not too happy with me, but don't worry, it should grow back. More super chats flying in. Sheesh, y'all.
Yeah,
$50
exhausted over here.
Yeah, Jack's fingertips. Congrats on 35K from Blue 95, our guy down there in Atlanta. Jessica Jones, $10. Congrats on 35K. Mike Smith, haven't heard from you in a bit, my man. Congrats, brother. Keep up the great content. Can't wait to see what happens in the future. Cheers, Mike. $20 super chat. He was the first ever YouTube member. $5 from Jacob Moran, 7676. Congrats on 35K. Scott Compton. It just keeps on going. We might be here just reading super chats all night. Oh my God. And they're coming through on Instagram, on Venmo as well. James William, $15 super chat. Kevin Brockway, $10 super chat. Andrew Hall, $5 super chat. David Sikiski, $10 super chat. $25 from Jacob Morrison again. And Brian Jones, $5 super chat. Decatur Gator, our guy down there in Decatur. Our man Ladon, but his government name's Christopher. I love that story. It's like, hey man, you're Ladon, but it's Chris. He's like, that's my government name.
Right out here exposing the government.
Sipping on Short Barrel birthday pick. Hey, he was on that pick. That's a stellar bottle up there. Connor, you've been crushing that. I know that. Ahmed, our guy here. I don't know where Ahmed's in, Northern Kentucky or Cincinnati today, but LFG, let's go. He said 100K on Facebook by June. So your lips to God's ears, Ahmed. Congrats on 35K from Kevin Brock. Real Scotch guy, another $5. Grow a handlebar mustache. I don't know. Maybe if we get like 400 super chats tonight, we'll maybe do a handlebar mustache. Congrats on 35K, babyface. Says BJ Ballantyne, 9801 from Huntsville, Alabama. And I think I'm all the way down to the bottom now. David Herman, 3089, $9.99 super chat. Love the content, love your knowledge, and love your enthusiasm. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. Matthew Evans, big congratulations. Congratulations, sanitations on 30. But it doesn't, that's not what it says. Read it. Congratulations, sanitation on 35K. Let's keep it up. I sound like Max McConaughey, $5 super chat. We're all caught up. So thank you to each and every one of you for the support. What are we going to do tonight? First things first, let's do a blind sample. Jeff Surgener, I told you I was going to do this on the live stream the day he gave it to me, and I got busy and I didn't get to it. So I'm going to get to it now. He said that he likes it. I may not like it. The answer is under this. I have not looked at it. It still has the same tape. We are going to rate and review some stuff tonight. Get a little bit more of that, the lightning counter filled up. I think I haven't updated the all-time lightning counter with all of last year's reviews, but I think the last time I checked, we're at like 425 total all-time lightning counter scores. So we're trying to build that. Oh, this is a pot still. A lot of caramels, though. A lot of caramels and butterscotches, but that is certainly a pot stilled whiskey. Caramel and butterscotch. And then it's weird because when I have pot still whiskey, I get this green apple note, like a sour green apple. And that's what I'm picking up on this. Another couple super chats coming through. Last one was from Matthew Evans. $5 from Jordan Clay. Garrett Kreitz, 96.93. Congrats on 35K. May have to crack the short barrel pick tonight. Yeah, no better times than tonight. McKinney, VIP, $5. Way to send essential oil samples to people. Best way to send essential oil samples to people. Probably wrapping them up in some bubble wrap and sending them in as oil or essential oil. And congrats on 35K from Cole GND up there in North Dakota, sipping on Peerless Toasted Rye in the thawing tundra of North Dakota. Yeah, it was like near 80 degrees out here today. 35K is a big achievement and shows the content you're putting out is quality. Hit that like button. Appreciate you, Mississippi buddy. Hi, my man. Nose on this one, gonna give that a 1.2. It's good. I wouldn't say it's great. Not amazing. Got some nice, there's a little bit of like a hay grass note to it. That's pot still.
Give some like buttercream notes on it too.
Buttercream? Yeah.
Very little.
I keep getting that apple, man. Second sip is way better. There's still a little bit of like a harsh spice on the back end, which can't really quite put my finger on. It's almost like a leather, like charred leather for some reason. My guy, 35K, effing awesome, says JJ. Appreciate you, JJ, up there in Warwick, Rhode Island. Send them via UPS. Tell them it's bourbon samples. They don't give a damn. It says torn between bottles. I normally just say it's olive oil.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce, that too.
I just don't say it's anything. I just drop it off at the store and leave.
Well, they've never asked me, but it's just olive oil on the packaging. Flavor on that's a 1.1. Hey, you know, that's a 1.2. It's on par with the nose. It tastes pretty similar to the nose. A lot of butterscotch and some of that buttercream. Mouthfeel is probably the best out of it. 1.3. I'm going to give the finish a 1.0. I have no idea what it value score is going to be because I don't know what it is, but it's got to be pot stilled. Neely Old Jet Brothers, 107.2 proof, finished 4 months in a cigar barrel. That's what that tobacco leather note on the back end is. I don't know what the price tag on that is, but Neely Old Jet.
What's a cigar barrel?
I wonder if it's like they put like the tobacco from the cigar in the barrel and aged it because they've got like bourbon aged cigars. So I wonder if it's one of those.
That sounds pretty awful, honestly.
107.2 proof. It wasn't bad. Try it.
It is pot still.
It is pot still. Oh, I mean, Neely is pot still. Old Jet cigar. 107.2 proof. What was the MSRP on that one? Barrel-aged hot sauce is for sure the move. I had to tell that story the other day. Don't wear bourbon merch to UPS when dropping off. The table has structural integrity of a wet graham cracker. Sure does. Yes. That's on the list. Once I get the editor, I can get to the table. By essential oil was the person. That's a comment that I've seen before. Just started my bourbon journey in the earnest a couple months ago and been enjoying your content and finally subscribed tonight. So congrats on 35K. D. Klintzman, I appreciate you. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for coming on. And if you ever have any questions, you're always feel free to email me, brandon@whiskey.wx.com. Try to continue to put out some great content for you all that's educational, entertaining, and fun. Speaking of fun, an announcement here. We're about to have some fun here in the next couple of months. Today's what, the 10th? So in almost 2 months, exactly 2 months from 10 days from now, we're going to be doing our first ever, I got to hide that comment first, distillery takeover. We're going to be heading out to Louisville it's not even really a distillery. It's more of a tasting room takeover, but it is at Pursuit Spirits, the Trial and Error bar downstairs. This will be May 20th from 7 to 10 p.m. Part of this is we will be doing the monthly live stream that night, May 20th, which will be a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday that week. It would probably normally fall on May 19th, but instead we're doing it on the 20th. So the live stream will be done in the Pursuit studios there. On top of that, we're going to be doing a group barrel pick. Anybody who is in the building will be partaking within the barrel pick. We'll be picking out a barrel, and then you all will get a chance to buy that barrel once it does go out on sale. And we're going to do a whole lot more. You got some cocktails. We'll do some meet and greets. You're going to be able to talk with, I think, Kenny or Ryan, or maybe both of them will be there. So come on down, May 20th, the 7 to 10 o'clock time frame. Tickets do go on sale to Patreon members first tomorrow, sometime throughout the day. So keep an eye on your email if you are a Patreon member. Those tickets go on sale tomorrow, probably around noon Eastern time. EF3, 4, and 5 members will get first access. Here's the deal. It is limited to only 75 total tickets. Patreon members not only get first access, they do get a discount for that. So no better time to become a Patreon member if you want to go than right now. And I've got that link in the description below. And Jack's going to toss that in the comments when his fingers start to calm back down from catching up from all those super chats. Speaking of, we got a lot more on Venmo since I talked and updated you. $35 from Michael Newman. Ryan Tiller, $5. Kathy Cass, $10. Nick Cross, $15. Joel Zhang, $10. Keep up the great work. Love the content. 35K is amazing. Brandon Wiles, $10,000. Oh, $10, not 10,000. $10. I was thinking of the 35,000. As far as other super chats, last was from JJ, Tony Valentine. Congrats on 35, $10 super chat, and Hobo Gladiator, $5 super chat. Am I missing anything in the comments? There've been a ton. Appreciate you, George. Mike Lawson is in the house, 35K. He was on a pick with me a few days, I guess it's almost been 2 weeks now, at Augusta, going instead to a St. Louis Fest, though, the following week. Nice. Gandy's here. Gandy, what's going on, my man? Good to see you in the chat. Gandy up there in northern Kentucky in Union. Old Jet, the cigar. It's decent. What was the price?
I couldn't find the exact bottle, but all the other ones are
$100. So we're going to go off the price tag of $100. Would I pay $100 for this? Probably not. I'm going to be serious.
Not bad news for you.
What?
You're
We passed 50?
no, the what's it called under the video? The description. Yeah, it's
Oh, I didn't put that there, did I?
there's nothing there.
Oopsies.
There's nothing in the description.
Well, that's a big uh-oh on my part. I knew I forgot something. Well, it'll be there for those of you who are watching this on a replay. Irving Larry, $5 super chat, 1985. Been here before you crossed 10K. Can't believe you're already over 35 in less than a year. Congrats, Irving Larry. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. The barrel was used to age cherry pipe tobacco, then used bourbon, was in the same barrel after the tobacco was removed. Okay, so that's what Jeff, the guy who gave me the sample, was. I'm going to give that a value score probably of a 1.1. So when that all comes together, that is 5.8. Not my favorite. Kind of against pot still. I don't hate pot still, but there's always just a little bit of a funk to me off of a pot still whiskey. I will say the lingering. Did you try it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I care for it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not. I had some really bad whiskey the other day. I saved you a sample. It's downstairs. Yeah, it's downstairs. Yeah. So let's get to another blind sample. This is Whiskey Weather 1. Michael Trader, you are watching, hopefully. Were you raising your hand? Oh.
Have Glenn, please.
Oh, you didn't grab
Glenn,
one?
please.
You're Glenn, yes.
This Dr. Pepper is great, but I'd really prefer to drink this still awesome blue corn instead.
Like a school class, he raised his hand. He's like, hello, pick me. Gandy Road, $5 super chat. Congrats on 35K, on to 50K. Gandy was one of the first ever subscribers to the channel. I remember Gandy commenting on live streams back when I was like at like 1,100 people. So cheers to Gandy. The Klinsman, $10 super chat. Sipping on 4 roses single barrel OESO. That's my favorite recipe, the OESO, while hanging out with everyone tonight. Cheers, D. Klinsman. Kevin Roll, another $5 super chat. Really bad whiskey? Must have been Crown Royal chocolate. No, it was. It's probably. I think it's the lowest score that I've ever given out a whiskey.
Oh,
I've never scored the Tom's Foolery, so I don't know what that is yet. And Jason, if you are still watching and you still have that bottle, I think I need to score that one for sure. I gave that a 2.6 downstairs.
Wow.
Michael Trader, you're watching, but also Michael Trader, I've got the sample that your buddy gave me. This is the first sample. That's what we just poured up. It's supposed to be a banger, guys. That's what he said. So we'll see. Let's find a sheet that is empty on the... All right. Well, we don't have any empty spaces there. We've got a brand new score sheet here. Whiskey must have been Crown Chocolate. Junker, $10 super chat. Junker, I'm literally sitting here and just realized I never gave you the samples that you won a couple months ago. So I've got to get those up and ready to go. Oh, the nose on that is much, much nicer. 35 for 35K, says Mike Lawson. Cheers to Mike. Brian Jones, another $5 super chat. I don't know if I said Brandon Wiles, $10 super chat. Joel Zhang, $10. Yep. Mike Crop, what are we at?
I think I was telling you this a while ago, but we're at like 67 or something.
We're at 67. All right, so we've already hit that. And another one coming from Pat, $41.97, $5 super chat. I bet you hit 50K by Kentucky Derby Day. Fingers crossed, and your lips to God's ears, Chris. That is 6 weeks away. I don't know if we can do 15K in 6 weeks. I think the most I've done in 6 weeks is probably like 7K. And that was back when, in like November, but fingers crossed. And that is much nicer. So the giveaway, that added bottle, is a big one. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Yeah. Drum roll.
Oh, I'm ready.
It is a Blanton's Gold. A Blanton's Gold. So that is added into the pot to give away tonight. So every $5 entry gets you a chance to win a Blanton's Gold. It is in a bag. It is in a box. Let me get the statistics on the bottle. It is sitting here right in front of me, but that will be the giveaway tonight, on top of what else we are going to be giving away. So what do we have here? Obviously, it is a single barrel. It is an S barrel, so or an S topper. So the S topper on this, it was dumped on October 26th of last year. Rick number 6 in Warehouse H is always, it's 103 proof. There you go, right there. With the baggie and everything. So, thank you, Mr. Ajay. That is added to the pot. Mike Knapp, 35K. Comment on Venmo, $5 super chat. Cheers to you, Mike. Joshua Jackson, 35 for 35. Thank you, Josh. Ran into Josh and his lovely wife, Amanda, son of a bitch, at the Party Source a couple weeks ago. So always love running into them. Man, this is beautiful. $10 from the Bourbon Jerks. Again, I got to give them a shout out every time. Tommy and Ty, go give them a follow, a subscribe wherever they're at on any social media account. They're putting out some great content that doesn't get enough love. So cheers and congrats on the latest milestone, my man. And cheers to you all. Congrats on 35K from Highwayman 8504. Always love the Doug Funny logo right there. Internet's a little spotty here, and I got. What goal needs to happen to add another bottle? Ha ha ha. Let's get to 100 super chats by 9:45. I think we're only like 25 away. Bourbon Jared is here. Bourbonado Jared. So Jared, he's an officer in St. Louis. Met him at BourbonCon. Do you want to know what his last name is?
What?
You're never going to guess it. You're going to laugh, though.
Is it like bourbon?
No. Sprinkle. Can you imagine walking up to a car? I pulled you over for speeding. My name's Officer Sprinkle. Well, it sounds like he's a stripper. But gotta love it. Jared, appreciate the support, my man. And I will be on the Bourbonado School channel on April 16th to talk to them. I've got Gold Fever, says Mike Smith. Another $5 super chat from Nickness, 35K. Congrats, Cbus here. What's the 50K bottle giveaway? Well, we have to find something between now and 50K. Maybe something big. I don't know. Let's get to this one. This one's got some nice creme brulee vanillas to it. You guys are going to laugh at this. Like a raspberry jam or like a raspberry pie. I love gold. That nose is pretty good. Brown sugars. I think Like a cinnamon red hot almost. Cinnamon spice for sure. No way you're getting. What is the giveaway tonight? Midnight Noob or Goob asked. We've already tossed in, what is it, 4 bottles now? We've got the Blanton's Gold, which we just hit that milestone of 50 super chats so far. Put that there for now. The other bottles, Old Forester 1924, along with the Penelope Rio. And then additionally, the 1792 bottled in bond. So there's your 4 bottle giveaway so far tonight. We've got 2 potential additions between now and the end of the stream. And if we get there, I think you guys are going to be very impressed. So I'm trying to come down for the 50K stream. I'll sit in the hallway, says Tater. Yeah, the hallway in your car, the car out front. $10 super chat from Bearded Lunchbox. The new Riff Malted Rye you put out is awesome. Dude, that thing is phenomenal. That is one that I don't say it too often, but that's one I wish you could make into a candle. Just sit there and smell it all day. $5 from Jern848. Started my whiskey journey about 6 months ago. Love all your content. So informative and fun to watch. Congrats on 35K. Appreciate you, Jern. Thanks for trusting me with all of your education on this. I appreciate you following and all of your support. Midnight Goob. Count me in. $10 super chat. Jack, how are your fingers over there?
I'm getting exhausted, man.
Getting
I haven't even taken a
exhausted.
sip of whiskey yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. Cody Carpenter, $35 for 35K. David Mooney, $5 super chat. Scott Compton, $5 super chat on Venmo, 35K. Awesome work. Aaron Howard, $10. Logan Blake, another $5, and another 10 from Jacob Morrison. Finally, Cody Carpenter's here. Pouring that new riff pick now. Fantastic idea. That is a pick. Picked up the Penelope 18-year ALW tonight. Looking forward to popping it this weekend. Just got a bottle myself. Did you get it at Union Wine Bourbon House today, Andy? I saw that they had it, and you're right down the street. You're damn right. Cheers. Let's go. Yes, you're damn right, because he was on that pick. On the nose here, I'm going to give this I'm thinking 1.7, 1.8. That's really nice. It's got some nice oak notes to it as well. Oak and vanilla with some brown sugars and cinnamon spice. That's what I'm... There's like a... Yeah. Going to give that a 1.7. Very nice. There's a lot more cinnamon on the palate too. More like a cinnamon stick. Not quite as spicy, but it's almost... I thought it'd be a little sweeter. There's some oak to that. There's not quite as much sweetness as you would get from the nose. There's some small vanilla tones there, but like a green tea, almost like the leaves. And that's what's stuck in my head with the cinnamon stick is the fact like the stick itself, not like the spiciness of it, but almost like you were chewing on a cinnamon stick. Oh. Slight hint of cherry. I can't put my finger on what that is. Tastes like a Kentucky bourbon, that's for sure. I would probably say I'd pay up to about 120 bucks on that and be like, okay. It's like almost like a French oak toastiness on that. Flavor, we're going to go with a 1.6. The mouth feels pretty good, 1.7. Finish is a little spicy and just there's not a whole lot of sweetness. It's more oaky. I'm going to go with a 1.4. Sample 1. Trader, do you even know what this is? If so, throw it in the comments section here. Ajay, talk him into going to Akron. Is the Rio in honor of Jack? Molly wants to know. Bourbon Lover, what's going on, man? Hope everyone is doing well. That's what I'm saying, Ajay. What are they saying?
Oh, I said Jack was real.
Yeah, he does. He does. It's noted, actually.
No, that ain't it.
Anything about Oaken Eden? I have not had any Oaken Eden before. I haven't gotten to that one yet. 3G Dragons, $19 super chat. Congrats on 35K. Appreciate you. Finished 24-2, by the way. I'm trying to come down. I already said that. 50 live stream. Okay, I'm already tossing out stuff. Midnight Goob, $10 super chat. Okay, now I'm catching up. What's everyone's bottle count? Mine's 2 years at 165. That's impressive, McKinney. I think after 2 years, I was still sitting in like 25. I haven't counted in a while, but we're probably between here and downstairs. We're getting close to 6. Probably there's like 25 on the floor.
Bottles.
Huh?
I definitely see more than 6 bottles behind you.
Yeah, 600.
Oh.
Isaiah Torres, 5154. Count me in and congrats. $10 from Copper Brain, 7639. Bluefish, another one. Let's get the cock bottle giveaway. Maybe that's the 50K if I can find another one. I've got the open one right here. And we did do that video. We dropped the long form of that yesterday. Jack can toss that in the comment section below as well. And if you're watching this on a replay, I'll have that in the description below at a coming date. Probably once this stream is over, because I just forgot to copy and paste everything into the actual description that you're supposed to put in for YouTube. After that, Hobo Gladiator in for another $5 super chat. Let's double check on Venmo. Congrats on 25K from Craig Harris. Craig, I've got a bottle from him as well that I get to for a review. Scott Wolf, 35K from Chicagoland. LEO, sipping on bourbon, hoping I don't get taken away in this tornado. Scott says $10 super chat. Greg Irvin, my guy up there. Congrats on 35. Looks like a good decision from Weather TV. By the way, finished 24-2. That's what he meant. Okay. $15 super chat. So does that mean you lost in the state finals? Kevin Brockaway, $10 super chat, and Jacob Morrison, $10 super chat on Venmo as well. And then we just got another one coming in from Daniel Williams, 4438. Hopefully giveaways are different than purchases for alcohol to Oregon. Only about 6 months into the bourbon journey, and even my wife joined in. Let's go. Welcome in, wife, and welcome in, Daniel. Welcome in 6 months. A lot to learn, but there's so much ahead of you and so many different whiskeys that you have to try. So be patient with it. And if it's something that it's not what you like, that's okay. There will be whiskeys that you don't like. There will be whiskeys that you love, and it's okay. Don't let anyone tell you how to drink it. Don't let anyone tell you what's good or what's bad. You make that decision for yourself, but follow along. If you find along the way, you find that your palate matches up with some others, maybe start listening to what they're saying. Good evening to Charles Valentine. Got to get a backup bottle, crushable bottle for sure. Kim Jones and Hody. Oh, I mean, see, when you go back and forth, any storms in Alabama tonight? LOL. No, I would be doing wall-to-wall coverage back in the day. Next thing you know, I'll have a YouTube channel. I supplied the samples you just tried. Evergreen pick of rare character AQU barrel code. Okay.
What are we working towards another number of?
I said, yeah, 100 if we got to 100.
We're at 104.
We're at 104. Okay. So.
Baker's keeping it coming.
There we go. Clayton Hooks, thank you, sir. So this was a evergreen pick of rare character AQU. Do you know what that is? Barrel code from rare character? OZ Tyler. Oh, he put it in the freaking comments. Interesting. 9 year, 2 month. $120. I'd say for the value on that, I would say that that's a 1.6. I don't know what the price tag would be, but I would guess $120. I can say 1.6. There's some tobacco notes on that too. Here you go. You mentioned we were at 100. So let's talk about what we'll do for the next giveaway. We're not giving away the bottle, but we're going to throw in some pretty decent samples here. And we're also going to rate and review this one next. You're going to be getting a sample of Elijah Craig 21 year, provided by our friend Andrew Poe, also known as Kite Evergreen. 21-year-old single barrel. This is supposedly pre-fire Heaven Hill distillate. Usually it has on the back when it was barreled and what the barrel number is. I think they put it in Morse code because it's literally, I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally just dots. But we're going to throw that into a sample along with some Jackson Purchase, and right now what is my top whiskey of the year, which is the Found North Peregrine release, and I did do a review on that, and Jack will toss that in the link to that in the comments below as well, and that is a video that you can find on the channel. Should be up at the top, right down one. There you go. Did that review last week, Monday. Phenomenal whiskey. So we'll give that away along with a one-on sample of the Jackson Purchase and the Elijah Craig 21 year. So big shout out to Kite's Evergreen for that. So let's dive into this. It's a 21-year-old Elijah Craig Free Fire. So this is, I would call it a dusty. This is older than probably a few people in the stream. So that will be a sample giveaway. That has got some Heaven Hill funk to it. Gotta let that sit and open up. Yeah, these are not made anymore. You can see how old it is with the label. That is the old Elijah Craig label. They have gone to, I think, 2 or 3 since then. More super chats coming in. Holy smokes. David Razor, did I say that one? $10 super chat via Venmo. Bruce Ackley, $20 super chat. Christopher Burt, you had to use my government name. Congrats, bro. 35K. $10 super chat. Mike Turner, he's got the Cubs World Series champions logo on his Venmo. Congrats on 35K. Long-time watcher, first-time Venmo. Our girlfriend loves the Rio. LFG. $15 super chat. Cheers, Mike, and let's go Cubs. Jacob Morrison, $15 super chat. Another one from Jacob. We got more coming in on YouTube as well. My wife's slowly getting into whiskey, says Kevin. I don't like it because she's cutting into my stock and then gives me an eye roll when I buy another bottle. One thing I love about Allie is she loves whiskey. So if I get something new that I love, the first person that I like want to run to give it a sample to or a pour, try this, try this. She loves it. Whiskey Drinking Vet, new member. Appreciate you, Whiskey Drinking Vet. Thanks for joining in. That is one entry into tonight's giveaway. Also, can you do me a favor? Send me an email with your name, your address, as well as your t-shirt size. I don't know what membership level you joined in on, but you have 2. Okay, so you'll get a Glenn and a t-shirt for that after 4 months of a membership. It tells you that here?
Yeah, on my end. On
your end. Okay, yeah, it just tells me you became a new YouTube member over here. Probably in the regular chat it says something different, huh? Well, it says he became a new member twice, so I wonder if he upgraded.
Yeah, joined at 0 and then upgraded.
Gotcha. Okay, you hit 102 super chats, so throw that 17 bottle, Brandon. Sorry, Chris. Maybe you can look at it. I'll let you look at it. There you go.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Congrats on 35K, says Travis Singleton, and another $5 super chat from our guy Jordan down in Lexington. If we get more super chats, then you have bottles throw in the WW. No. But good try. Good try. Jacob Morrison, again, as I mentioned over there. So let's get into this. Elijah Craig, 21-year-old. These are no longer made. Can you look up the SRP on what this was? 18 years old, oh, 21 years old, excuse me. 21 year, 90 proof, I believe. Yep, 45 ABV. Mash bill is going to be 78, 10, 12, unless they mess with that. That nose is delightful. There's a whole lot of like vanillas. Like a vanilla custard.
Does the value go towards what it was way back then, or
yeah? So
what?
I don't judge what the secondary value is. Right. So at MSRP,
that applies for Dusties too.
Yeah.
Do you calculate for inflation?
We could do calculate for inflation. I don't know what the MSRP was back. I'm assuming it was probably like $150, maybe 100.
WineEnthusiast.com says 140.
140. Okay, so we'll go off of a $140 MSRP.
In what year?
Well, this was distilled. Let's say that this was distilled in 1995. This would have put it out. There's no way this came out in 2016. When was the last time they put out an Elijah Craig 21 year?
This is 29/1/2014.
Was the last time? Okay.
Was at least when this one says.
Okay, so let's go off of 2014.
That'd be $192 with inflation.
Okay, so we'll base it off of $192 of today's day and age. Do we get more Glens and Teas with the renewal? As Josh? Oh yeah, Josh bought for the year. No, but you'll have a chance to get something else that's cool here later on this month. So stay tuned in the chat there.
I just had my renewal.
Jack, you did?
Yeah.
I can't believe it just showed us this. I had to try. My question here is not just for Brandon. Anyone here right now? Okay, planning a road trip in Northern Kentucky next year. Best day of the week to do this. Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? I'd say most distilleries are closed Monday and possibly Tuesday. If you want to hit distilleries without a huge crowd, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, probably your best thoughts. Dad Does Bourbon, 120 to 130 SRP back in 2013 or so. So we're going to go off of a 192 SRP on this. But going back to the question from George, yeah, I'd say Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can hit all 7 to, I think there's actually 9 now on the B line. You got New Riff, got Augusta, Neely, Boone County, Second Sight, Wenzel, Old Pogue, the one in Pensive, and there's one other I'm missing. I'm sure I'm missing one. But yeah. So vanilla, like, but there is like a dusty tobacco note on this. Oh man. Like a must, like, man, that's solid. 1.8 on the nose. Let's see how it tastes. What yours? It doesn't say on the bottle. It literally just says ... So if anybody knows Morse code for low dot, slightly higher dot, middle dot, slightly lower than middle dot, slightly lower than that middle dot, higher dot, lower dot, higher dot, let me know.
It's a fake. He bought it on Temu.
Knowing Poe, it's possible. But distilled and bottled by the Elijah Craig Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky, which is Heaven Hill. Trevor, did he just show Chicago? Sure did. Sure did. Cody Howell, congrats on 35K from a guy in front of you in the Penelope Estate drop. What's up, Cody? Great to see you, my man. EC21, let's go, says Ike. $20 super chat and $35 super chat. A $20 super chat again from Ike. So it's a total of $40 back to back down there in South Carolina. Congrats on 35K. Jonathan, still up here in the northern portions of Kentucky. Congrats on 35K. Let's celebrate in NOLA. Yes, next week, if you are in New Orleans, come find me. I'll be at Bourbon Fest down there. Be hanging out with Jonathan and Janie. Let's go. $20 super chat from Janie still and Jonathan still. Janie spent more money on me than her husband tonight. What's going on, Janie and Jonathan? Excited to hang out with y'all down in New Orleans. $25 super chat from Angelina Faulkner. I got it right this time. I think I called her Angela Faulkner the first time. Angelina Faulkner, $25 super chat. And $10 from Stephanie Robinson. I'm the Rio 11 girlfriend. Congrats on 35K. Fly the W. Let's go. And then Peter Chase, 35K. I don't do this for everybody, but fly the W. Wow. I got a nip on the stream.
Wow.
There we go. Go Cubs. You don't get, that's because we got to 115 super chats. That's why. With all the bottles behind you and on the floor, I'm assuming, how do you decide what bottle you're going to go for the mood for? That's why I love Only Drams. Sometimes you just throw it in Only Drams, you hit the randomize for me, or
don't act like you have this updated.
I'm at like 500 on Only Drams, I think. If there's like a new one that I've gotten that I tried and then I was like, okay, I want to go back and revisit that. A lot of the times I go back to my single barrels a lot. Look at that Western Kentucky bottle up there, Ajay. That thing's smoked. It's not even been open for 2 months. 99-cent super chat from Charles Valentine. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate the support. Peter Chase, $10 super chat on Venmo. Let's get back to the flavors on this. Flavors aren't as great. It is slightly muted. It's 90 proof. It is slightly muted. It's 90 proof. Oaky. There's a lot of oak. If you don't like oak, you're probably not going to like this. That does taste like a tree. Not going to lie. Probably going to give that a 1.2.
True.
Yeah. Flavor. Tree. The nose is way better. The palate. It's kind of how I feel about the 18 year as well. Is the 18 year can be very underwhelming. There's like vanilla, but it's like a vanilla extract. It's more like a bitter vanilla. There's some nuttiness to that as well. Yeah, 1.2. The finish is probably a 1.2 as well. Mouthfeel though for a 90 proof. There's a buttery, oily component to that. That's pretty nice. It's a 1.4. So at $192 in today's day and age, what would I pay for this? Well, I paid $250 for the Knob Creek 21. I would take the Knob Creek 21 over this all day, every day. At $192, which is adjusted for inflation, I'll probably give that a 1.3 value score. At 140 back in the day, yeah, it's about a 1.3, 1.5. Let's settle at 1.4 on that. So 1.4 plus 1.2 plus 1.2, that comes out to be 4 plus 1.8 plus 1.2. That comes out to a total lightning counter score, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 7.0. My favorite is when Mr. Nixon buys a bottle and it's too toasted or oaky, then it becomes my bottle, and also trying everything he gets. It's cool to see how we both taste something different. Yeah, that's the best part. Everybody's got a different palate. Everybody tastes something different, which is awesome. Late to the show tonight. Cheers to John up there in the Pacific Northwest. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. All this Cubs World Series talk pains me as a lifelong Guardians fan, says Jacob. So sorry, Jacob. Brian Seaver, $35 super chat. Appreciate you, Brian. Charles, try new things. Join local groups. Go to meetups. Yep, 100% agree. Great advice there. Being new to this adventure, 6 months. Any advice? Yep. Try new things. Be open-minded. Try it in different ways. Try it on the rocks. Try it with some water droplets in it. Try it neat. Try it in a cocktail. You may not like a whiskey neat, but if you add it, I'll tell you what. When I first started drinking New Riff when they were younger, hated it until I put water in it. And then it was absolutely delicious. And now I think as they've gotten older and my palate has changed a bit, I think it is much more enjoyable. But I was usually not a huge fan of it to start. What's he saying that he's not trying to be put in timeout, Trader? What did I miss?
Probably something stupid.
Hot ham and cheese on you.
Showed your nipple.
Sweet tap, Brandon. Happy 10-year anniversary in the World Series win. Not yet 10 years. It'll be 10 years here in technically November 2nd. Greatest night ever in baseball history. Jackson Purchase Bourbon Batch 1 is a banger. We did a review on it this week and great stuff. I totally agree. Fantastic stuff. And for those of you wondering what we're talking about, the Jackson Purchase is one of the giveaways tonight. Those are the sample giveaways tonight. A 1-ounce sample of the Jackson Purchase, Elijah Craig 21 year, as well as the Found North Peregrine 2026 release. And that is just one of the other giveaways that we're giving away tonight. Not that one. The Blanton's Gold, the Penelope Rio, as well as the 1792 Bottle and Bond and the Old Forester 1924. I just saw Richard Nixon ask, haven't opened mine, is it any good? Haven't opened the 2026 version yet, but that's 2 weeks away for when that review is supposed to drop. Find some like-minded people. Yep, that's another great idea. So far for me, I've been trying things straight in old fashions and with a couple of drops of water. Helps me figure out what I like for what. Yeah, for sure. Mark Gale, $20 super chat. Thank you to Mark. Cheers, everyone. Hope you're having fun. I hope you're having fun. As a Browns fan, what do you recommend I drink? High proof, please. Hazmat. Hazmat. Everything. Also, bronze mat. Hazmat is necessary during football. Yep. My grandfather was a whiskey and water guy. I totally get it now. Yeah, for sure. Elmer T. Lee used to drink his with Sprite. Literally, he said, I enjoy mine 50-50 mix. There is no bad way to drink a whiskey. It's your money, your choice. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Now, if you're going to come to my house and ask for a pour of George T. Stagg or King of Kentucky or something else that I wouldn't, one of my single barrels, I'm probably not going to let you mix that with Coke or Dr. Pepper. As Jack sips on his Dr. Pepper. Seabus, Ohio, $10 super chat. Everclear here, Browns. Henry Hickey, $25 super chat. Oh, damn. Thank you, my man. Only my Raiders are worse than the Browns. This past year, Browns probably going to be rough this year. Yeah, but they did just get the best center in the league in compensation, and they signed a bunch of free agents. Let's do some unboxing. I've got a lot of packages I haven't gotten to here the last couple of days. That is next up on the list. Jack, how many super chats are we at? 130. If we can get to 140 by 10 o'clock. So we get 10 more super chats in the next 5 minutes. We will add in something fun and special. Christopher Brown, $5 super chat. $10 super chat from Jace I mess it up every time. Piskevich. Ooh. There's other goodies in there. I think this is from Watershed, Jack's favorite. Watershed has some very miss whiskey, and then they have some really very good high-end releases. And this one is their new 9-year rye whiskey, which I believe the lottery is going on for now. Shall we crack into it? It's not even out and available yet, so I say let's do it. It's a hazmat. They didn't give me an embargo. There's a hat, and I think is that a T-shirt? No. Well, then the card. Maybe I should read the card first. Well, the lottery's out for it, so you should be able to do it. Fun and special, Seabus, Ohio. Let's go. Congrats on 35, says Charles Matthew. We hope you enjoy the rye. It's our oldest whiskey yet, and it's 100% our juice. The team is proud of this one. When we asked who they wanted to send a bottle to, your name was the top of the list. We appreciate your support of craft distillery, both at Watershed and our great competitors. Our doors always open. Don't be a stranger. So let's go. There was no embargo, so let's Jack like the Brussels they had. The Brussels sprouts there were amazing.
They canceled their...
Yeah, the one thing that they did well was the Brussels sprouts, and then that's all gone now. So what we have here is the Watershed 9-year, 100% their own whiskey, rye whiskey, 143.1 proof. That was anticlimactic.
Weird sounding pop.
Sometimes those synthetic corks pop great, and then sometimes it's just meh. So, Watershed, 9-year-old rye. I'll let that sit. I'm going to have to get a new piece of paper because I just spilled all over the one that I was using. Watershed was the only one that he did not like, I think is what Kevin said at the local zoo event a couple of years ago. Their bourbon has gotten a little bit better. I think their maple bourbon and the Nocino finish are their best whiskey that I've tried. Still that bottle hanging around. Yep. Let's get to the fun and interesting things. Says Hobo Gladiator. Nick Cross, promise I'm done now. $5 super chat. Michael Willett, $5 super chat. Ian Durham, $5 super chat. Ryan Tiller, $5 super chat. Trevin Van Burkham, $35 super chat. Jacob Morrison, $25. Connor Harney, $5 super chat. And Christopher Brown, $5 super chat. We can probably hit 140, huh?
Yeah.
A while ago. It's been 4 minutes. So, before we get into the Watershed review, let's talk about what fun and interesting is. Brussels Brandon. I do love me some Brussels sprouts. Their funny honey finishing is decent. I need a bigger place so I have more space for bottles and Glens. Facts. I heard you like their apple brandy finish. It's the worst thing I've ever drank from them. It's probably, I think, a 4.7, I think, is what I gave that. It was rough. Fun and special. So here I have 5 samples, and we have to thank Mr. Ajay for those. They are 5 really great samples of some allocated releases and hard to find whiskey. And we already are doing, what, 5 bottles, right? Or 5 giveaways. We've got 4 bottles as well as the other samples. And if we're going to run through these, here's the thing. You have to be present to win these. So don't get off the stream. But the first 2 bottles to give away are Old Forester 1924, 1792. Then we added the Penelope Rio. Then we added the Blanton's Gold. And from there, we hit the mark. And we added samples of the Jackson Purchase, 21-year-old Elijah Craig, which is extremely rare, along with Found North Peregrine, 20-year-old. And now what we're going to do is Ajay. We're going to do this kind of in like a Russian roulette style, a sample roulette style. Ajay's poured up a Mizunara Starlight finish, River Roots. What is that? The Quadruple Oak Bourbon, Blooming Bourbon, 10-year, 11-month, 131.5 proof. 4 Roses Small Batch Limited Edition, the 2024 release. Then the Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2023, which was bottled at 115.7. And then finally, Knob Creek 21. So that's what you're entered into win. Anybody who's already donated, you are also part of this. But here's the deal. These will all be added to one of the winners. So if you win the Old Forester 1924, you will win a sample. But the deal is, I'm going to have these labeled 1 through 5 back here. And you're going to have to pick a number 1 through 5, or whatever is remaining of those 5. I'm even going to put these fancy little numbers on them so we don't mess around with anybody. And that would be the sample that you win. So keep that in mind. And if you are not present, well, you just forfeit the sample, I guess. All right. I have them all back here. We'll do that giveaway around like 10:15 after we do this watershed review. Let's put this aside and let that open up a little bit because that was a fresh crack. I think I have 2 more boxes, Ajay. I think Stacy's going to like one of them. That's for sure. This is the one Stacy's going to like.
That's right. Here.
Yes, thank you. I almost said something I shouldn't have. Good thing I didn't say it. Scott Compton, $5 super chat just popped up. Congrats. It's always whiskey weather, says Jason A 1926. Another $5 super chat from Scott Compton. Michael Young, I'm assuming it's Michael M. Young, 3224. Congrats on 35K. Meeks 7066. Love your forecast. Love this channel. Another $5 from Chris Crawford. I need that 1924 or Rio added to my bar, Brandon. Or another super chat, my friend. And Ian Martin, 7791. Congrats, everyone. Cheers. 35K. Brandon Wiles on Venmo. Joshua Genevine at $10. Eric Boku. Their names are getting tougher. Vokoun. 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 $5 super chat. Mike Collins, $10 super chat. Brandon Wiles, $5 super chat. Dan Turi, $5 super chat. And there we are. We're all caught up. Yeah. There we go. This, I believe, is from Keeper's Heart up in Minnesota. Yeah, Keeper's Heart, American pot still. Got pot. Still. So Brian Nation is the master distiller at Keeper's Heart. If you didn't know that, he was a master distiller, I think, at Jameson for a while over in Ireland. This is an American whiskey made in an Irish style. So a triple pot distilled whiskey. This is their newest release. It's a fancy little box. I do hate these little things, though. Watershed usually sends their stuff in that. That might be a pretty good St. Patrick's Day pour. 92 proof, Midwestern grains, triple pot distilled virgin oak maturation. Crafted by master distiller Brian Nation. His first 100% American-made whiskey is produced with the quintessential Irish style aged in virgin American oak, a bold reimagining of centuries-old tradition, which is pretty neat. I've had some of their stuff before. Where did I put it the other day? It was right there. I moved it around. But then we'll get to the last one here. This one's pretty cool. Another $5 super chat. Ajay the Goat being so generous with samples. And then Connor Meehan, 349, $5 super chat. Congrats on 35. What's your favorite Old Forester offering? The 1920 is really good. Some of the older birthday bourbons, not last year's, but some of the previous birthday bourbons. As far as a good birthday bourbon. As far as the standard shelfers, I'd probably say the 1910 or the 1920. Yeah. This one is coming from Boss Molly. This one was random. I didn't know what it was when it showed up because it was an Amazon box. It's another way to send out samples. Ooh. This is sick. Brandon, we're excited to introduce you to the deliciousness that is Boss Molly Bourbon. We dig what you do with your channel and would be thrilled if you were moved to support our brand. Brandy, Victoria, and Kate. Take that, Ajay. 2 bottles in here to get to for a future review. This one is Boss Molly 98 proof straight bourbon whiskey finished with Amarone staves. 4 years in American oak, then finished with this Amarone wine staves to unlock lush flavors of dark cherry, cocoa, fig, and spice. Woo! And this one is a 95 proof straight bourbon whiskey toasted brandy staves. All right. And what's it say? They made me a Boss Molly whiskey weather sweater. I don't think they made it for me. They probably sell it in their shop, but that could be worn in a video when I do their weather. Do their forecast, not do their weather. One of a kind, yeah. Amarone, I've never heard of it. Only 1,500 bottles made, limited edition, and then the regular $69.99 for the blue label. So stay tuned. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, this is a wheated bourbon, it says. So this will be on a future short video. Maybe we'll do a long form, depending on how much time I have. But thank you to the folks over at Boss Molly for that. Excited to dive into that. I've never tried anything from them. And Shane Smith, $20 super chat. Congrats on 35K, buddy. Dwayne Valentine, $10 super chat. James Lynn, $10 super chat. Stacy Norris, $5 super chat. Lisa Capuzza, $10 super chat. Coming through Venmo. So let's get to that Watershed 9-year-old. Ooh, that's got a nice, like, burnt caramel. There's a weird funk to it, but there's like a mint. Does this smell like a chocolate grasshopper too? Like a, no, you know, like the grasshopper drink? Like chocolate and mint?
Chocolate minty.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Not badly.
Have you ever had a grasshopper? It's chocolate with like mint flavoring in it. Like a chocolate drink with mint flavoring in it. Usually like a liqueur. That's what this smells like. That's pretty nice.
It's like that thing you would do in college when you like
York pepper and patty,
yeah.
where you squirt Hershey syrup and then you pepper and schnapps.
Yep, that's what it smells like.
That's what this smells like. It's got a nice, like, that's got a really unique nose. That's pretty good. If that was spelled M-O-L-L-I-E, you still have to buy one for your daughter. She's your boss. Y'all have a good night. Cheers, Nick. You should be watching the weather. We're about to get tornadoes. Jack is 12. He can't drink yet. No chocolate grasshopper for him. Gonna give that a 1.6 on the nose. It's pretty solid. It's unique for a rye. It's got like that minty chocolate nose. There's some like burnt caramels to that as well. Yeah, I'm digging that. That's a really nice nose. And if you by smelling that, would you tell me that's 143 proof?
Under what?
43.
No.
It's a hazmat. Yeah. Watershed 9-year. Last year, I have last year's batch. I think it was the 8-year. And I went to the distillery last year where we tried the 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is a single barrel. I think there's only 100 bottles total. It's got that chocolate note. The mint's not overpowering. But damn, that's really good. I'm not going to lie. I'm impressed. There's no way that's a hazmat. There's a little bit of heat at the end, but it's not like...
I get it right at the beginning and then right at the end. But the middle of it
is like chocolate and like barrel char on that. I think it's $120 for this. Can you look that up for me? Mouth feels pretty oily and viscous. Like my mouth is watering right now.
I don't even have a Glen. I don't know why I do this.
Oh,
Still working my first pour.
$100 plus tax.
$100 plus tax. Okay. So, wow. That mouth feels a 1.7. Mm-hmm. It's 78 in the beach here in LA this weekend, says Mark Gale.
75 here today.
I've never heard of a grasshopper. Must be a boomer thing. Yes, you are an idiot, Michael. You're getting banned for that one for a second. I'm gonna put him in timeout. Happy to be a boomer, Tate, says Nice McCross. He was banned. Oh man, it said timeout. It said all of his comments are removed.
Yeah, I think he gets rid of his mod status too.
No way.
Didn't we do that one?
I think it does.
It still says
timeout for
it
Mike.
says he's a mod on here, but all of his messages are deleted, but he's in timeout for 300 seconds.
He needs to think about what he did.
You sit there and think about it. You stand in the corner. Chima John, $5 super chat via Venmo. Wasn't he in timeout once already? Yep. Man, I'm a fan of this. I'm going to say the flavor on that is a 1.6. Trying to figure out what I rated last year's. All the way down at the bottom of the list as Watershed.
I would not guess that's Watershed if you were to just give it to me.
Last year's 8-year rye, I gave a 7.9. I think the finish is a 1.6. And $100 for a hazmat 9-year, I'm going to say that's a 1.8 on the value score. Right? Most people, when they're throwing out hazmat numbers, they're charged. Oh, there's a nice, like, it's going to sound weird, a grape gumball note at the end.
The tasting note said honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle.
I can totally see it. Like a minty honey.
Mm-hmm. That's solid. That is really solid. 1.6, 1.6, 1.7, 1.6, 1.8. 4.8 plus 3.5. That's what, 8.3, I think? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ajay. Sorry, I need my calculator. 1.6 plus 1.6 plus 1.7 plus 1.6, 1.8. 3 6s, 1 7, 1 8. 8.3?
8.4. 3 6s, 1 7.
Yeah.
3 6s.
Riveting streaming here, Brandon.
8.3.
8.3. Got it. Hell yeah. I'd say this is if you get a chance to enter the lottery, the only time I get the heat is really on the finish. There's a slight bit of it up front, but this is a really solid whiskey. I'll tell you what, Watershed did a very, very good, getting more of that great gumball on the back end. Sorry, Jack. That's really solid rye whiskey. If you're a fan of rye whiskey that has like a little bit more of a unique quality, damn tater, damn it.
I go by Jack.
Oh boy. All right, clue. 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. Ajay does, man. Free the tater. Okay. Well, is there anything else we should review tonight? I've got this one extra sample, or should we do the giveaway? I think we should do the giveaway. 167 of y'all in here tonight. Thank you all for your support. Jack, where are we at? Oh, let's take a final call on Super Chats. Mark Gale was the last one on regular Super Chat, and then Venmo Chima John was the last one there. So let's say 2 more minutes for Super Chats. What did I miss from poor decisions? Oh my God, yes. The Tim Curry thing. There were 2 shots at the chandelier. We need to eliminate taters and nuclear capabilities. He must be stopped. All right. Is it a 95.5? I don't know what the mash bill was. Does it say that? It doesn't say on the bottle. I'm guessing it's a 95.5. It drinks like a 95.5.
It does not say.
Yeah. 143.1 proof, though. It does not sip like a hazmat. I think there were only 100 bottles. They've got their website has the lottery open. I think it only lasts for a couple more days. I will say I'm a fan of this. This is already a top 5 rye of the year right now for me. And it'll certainly be in the consideration probably by the end of the year as a top 10 rye of the year. So big shout out to Watershed. Thank you for that. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. Hit that like button. We're not going to do a supporter Patreon, supporter Discord chat after this, but in 2 weeks, we do have a special live stream coming up. So mark this in your calendar. March 24th, we're going to be talking with the folks over at Redwood Empire. We're going to be doing a sampling of some of their stuff. We'll do a bottle giveaway from Redwood Empire. And then afterwards, we will be doing the Discord video call. And we're going to try to do those once a month. The following week will be the EF4 and EF5 subscriber Patreon Discord call. So you have to be an EF4 or EF5 for that. That'll be on the 31st of March. As I mentioned, if you missed it the first time, we are doing the takeover over at Pursuit. Why won't this scroll up, Jack?
Did you break it?
I don't know.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Who broke it?
I must have broke it. But we're doing a Pursuit United takeover at their downtown tasting bar called Trial and Error. Mark your calendars, May 20th from 7 to 10 p.m. Live stream will be held there, so you can watch the live stream in person, along with those of you who will be living in FOMO right here on the stream. We'll also be doing a group barrel pick. We're going to be picking a Pursuit Double Oaked there. Everybody there who has a ticket will have a vote. You're going to have a token. You're going to have 3 different choices, barrel 1, 2, or 3. We're going to vote for our favorite, and we're going to do the giveaway. We'll do some giveaways that night as well. And you're going to have some cocktails and stuff. There we go. That works. There is the graphic. So 7, 10 o'clock, there'll be a cocktail upon entry as well. Tickets are $40 for Patreon members, $50 for the general public. And you'll get the first access to buying one of those Pursuit barrels bottles that we do for that barrel pick. So those tickets go on sale for Patreon members tomorrow. They go on sale to the general public next Friday. That would be Friday the 20th, 20th, 21st? 20th.
Sounds about right.
I think it's the 20th. Yes, it's the 20th. March 20th, if there are any tickets available. I don't know if it'll even make it to the general public. So if you want to go, if you're in the Louisville area, Indiana area, Northern Kentucky, pretty awesome spot if you haven't been there to the new Trial and Error. Limit 2 tickets per person. So keep that in mind. 75 total tickets. It's a smaller bar takeover, but it'll be a really great time, and looking forward to seeing a bunch of you all there. So let's get to the giveaway tonight. Which, as I mentioned, we've got 4 different bottles, 5 different giveaways. First bottle we're going to give away, let's do the 1792. So 1792 giveaway, I would probably say that this is the lowest tiered of the bottles, so they'll get the first pick of the samples, right? So 1792 giveaway. If you win this, again, you not only win the bottle, you also win one of the samples. And again, those samples will be labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Those are the Maker's Mark 2023, the Knob Creek 21, the River Roots Pick, Four Roses, if I said that already, and the Starlight Distillery Mizunara Finish, which is a fantastic whiskey, in my opinion, as well. So, John Capuzza's thirsty, says Lisa Capuzza. And that was the last one there via Venmo. And then did we get another super chat or two? We did get AZ Golf and Bourbon, $10 super chat. Isaiah Torres, $10 super chat. And then another $5 from Love from NH. Congrats on 35K. Found North would be my choice. Alrighty, so let's do the giveaway. This is number 5 on the giveaway. So let's do a randomization of 5. How many entries did we get?
393.
Oh, wow. 393 total entries. And what's that? Like 168 different, yeah, right here.
Yep.
168 total super chats, 393 total entries. Delete that number for me, Jack. Let's do the view at 200 so no one can see the, whoa, wrong side. Random number generator. We're going to do it 5 times. First one is 384. 308. Well, that was a fast one tonight. 133. Internet's working hard. 194. And 85 is your winner, which is, that was a slightly earlier entry. Ahmed. Congrats to Ahmed. Ahmed, if you are watching, please give us a number of 1 through 5 in the chats there on your screen. Someone text Ahmed if he's not. Connor, you're still probably watching. Tell Ahmed he won. Ahmed is a local. So, Ahmed, congrats to you. You get the first choice of the samples. 1, 2. He wants number 4. So number 4 is the River Roots Quadruple Oak Blooming Bourbon, 10-year, 11 months. So that goes to Ahmed. River Roots sample. Congrats to Ahmed. Cheers, Ahmed. You won that. Next up, we'll do the Penelope Rio. The Penelope Rio, this was 2025 batch, 98 proof. Penelope, a lot of people love this, some people don't. The Rio, that will be also, let's do a randomization. We'll just do 5 for all of this for shits and giggles tonight. Working fast, yeah. As I said that, it didn't. 220. 32. You hear the train outside?
I was wondering what the hell that was. Every time.
34. 380. And our winner is number 351, a late entry into the game. Gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom. Got a long name. Trevor Van Burkham. So Trevor in Ohio. That's funny. What he sent me was the Havana. So he wins the Penelope Rio. That's wild. So Trevor, toss in the comments. So what we have left is 1, 2, 3, and 5. So we need between 1, 2, 3, and 5. Congrats to Trevor. Finally, he didn't give me a number. He just said finally. But congrats to Trevor. Trevor, you have won. I think that's his first win on the channel. Loading. Congrats. Finally, congrats. Come on, Trevor. 1, 3, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Pretty easy. Pretty simple. I hope he didn't message it to me via Patreon. Thanks. Yes. Thanks, Trevor in Ohio. Pick a number. And no messages, so.
5.
5. So number 5 is the Starlight Distillery Mizunara 7-year, 116 proof. So Trevor Van B, Rhea, and Starlight, Star Bright. This is a phenomenal finished whiskey. I'm a big fan of that Mizunara finish. That goes to Trevor in Ohio. Next up, the 1924. 1924 MSRP, I believe it was $119.99 on this. 1924 and whatever is the random sample. We're going to do this 5 times. Number 1 is 320. 125. 62. 126. Also, we're working on a faster way to do this, just so you know. 58 is your winner. Number 58, one of the earlier entries, is Tony Bowman. Tony Bowman, if you are still watching, Tony's a local here in Northern Kentucky. Congrats to Tony. Not Northern Kentucky, I think he's in Southwest Ohio. Either way, Tony Bowman, you have won the 1924 Old Forester. So please give us a number if you won and you are in the chat. If not, you will forfeit that and you will get the remaining sample. Tony Bowman. Congrats, Tony. Do we have anything from Tony? We're going to give Tony like a minute. As we're talking about this, some upcoming thoughts. We do have some barrel picks to talk about here for the end of the month. Hoping the Bardstown Bourbon Company barrel pick is ready to go by the end of this month. If not, that'll probably be early April. We also have another Western Kentucky Distilling Company barrel, which I think was better than the first, and the first one was a banger. Also a short barrel pick, which was just as good as the first. It's a 11-year-old pick. The first one was an 8-year-old pick, so 3 years older. Same mash bill, 70-21-9. On top of that, an EJ Curley barrel pick. I can finally say that has made it into distribution. We're just waiting for the paperwork to be filed. So that may drop at the same time as the Bardstown pick, depending on how the paperwork lines up. Bardstown pick should be around $100. It is a short barrel. And then the EJ Curley pick is going to be around like $60, if not $70. So pretty affordable there. Great part of the way we do these is what I'm trying to do is as we go forward is pair bottle drops and barrel picks together, because then you can save on shipping. Because if we did a pick that we dropped 1 week and then in 3 weeks later we did another drop, you'd be paying $20 each time to ship, or $18 to ship. These you should be limited to 2 bottles each, and you will be able to get 4 bottles shipped to you theoretically for $18 rather than $40. So that's what we're trying to do. Did we get anything from Tony? Nothing from Tony. So Tony's probably sleeping. I don't think Tony's among us anymore. Tony didn't die. He's just not here. He's just not here. All right, Tony. Okay, so we're going to move on. Tony, you will get whatever the remaining sample is, and then that means we're going to move on to our sample pack and leave the Blanton's Gold for the end. So that sample pack, let's toss up the graphic first before we show, and this isn't working now again either.
No, it's mad at you. It's not going to scroll.
Oh, before we get to this, I do have a couple other things to talk about real quick. Bear with me, folks. A couple weeks ago, we talked about the Commonwealth Causes giveaway. That is through Commonwealth Causes Ultimate Bourbon Collection. As of 8 o'clock this evening, only 60 tickets have been sold. They do this every month. Again, your number one prize is going to be the Pappy Van Winkle lineup. I said the link is in the description. It is not. I'm hoping that it's Brandon put it in the... I didn't. I did not. Well, we'll wait for another day. We'll just toss that in the comments later. But Commonwealth Causes, their giveaway this month. Weller lineup again, then the Blanton's lineup. Additionally, they're giving away a King of Kentucky this month. So for $100, you have a chance to win a King of Kentucky. And as I mentioned, only 60 tickets have been sold. And then fifth prize is a Rock Hill Farm. So Poe, go after it. Yeah, I can't show you what the samples are, but that sample is an Elijah Craig 21 year, which is on the floor back there, the Peregrine, and the Jackson Purchase. Samples of each, and then you will win the sample. So, trying to go as fast as I can here. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Okay, so sample pack plus. Doing 5 numbers. Random number 1. 222. Second random, 66. Third random, 194. The fourth is 103. And your winner, number 23, Bearded Lunchbox. So Bearded Lunchbox, if you are still with us, pick a number between 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Congrats, Bearded Lunchbox. Also a YouTube member, recent new YouTube member. 222, my lucky number, says Nice Mick Ross. Not today. Number 3, says Bearded Lunchbox. That is the Maker's Mark Cellar Age 2023 sample. So, Maker's Mark and the other samples. That's a hell of a sample pack right there. Finally, the ultimate Blanton's Gold. I love gold. This is what, like, all the people probably want. Tater bottle. Blanton's Gold, 103 proof, single barrel. We are down to 2 samples. Let's grip it and rip it. Here we go. This is our final giveaway of the night. Tony Bowman will get the remaining sample between the 2 that are left. The Four Roses Limited Edition 2024 and the Knob Creek 21. First number 190 or 179. Second number 145. Third number 26. Fourth number 254. And the winner, number 293, your winner of the Blanton's Gold and the chance to win one of those last bottles. Jack's pausing for suspense. And, well, winner number 293 is Ike 3012. Isaiah Davis, I believe, would be who that is. Ike 3012. He had back-to-back super chats, I think, right? So it should be 40. So, Ike, if you're still watching and listening down in South Carolina, let me know. If not, I'm just going to randomly put these in boxes. So, congrats to Ike. Almost got it, says Angel Denote. Off by 3, says Kevin Roll. Damn. Ike 3021. I was right above that one. Congrats. Man, that's rough. So close yet so far. We are working on a new way to do this in the next couple of weeks and months. So let's give Ike a couple minutes. What a great stream, says Trevor in Ohio. Yeah, it's a great stream when you win, right? So congrats to Ike, Tony, Bearded Lunchbox, Trevor, as well as who won the seven? Oh, Ahmed. I didn't even write that down. Almost forgot. Congrats to y'all. Thank you to each and every one of you who donated, supported tonight. We've got more fun stuff ahead. Trying to put out a long form video every week, trying to put out a short video almost every day. So keep an eye on the feed, like, share, subscribe as much as you can. Don't forget to comment as well, whether or not you just hate the video or just say, hey, it's not for me, but enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Congrats on 35K. You're killing it, says Gandy Road. Fantastic stream even when you don't win, says Jacob Morrison. Congrats to all. Enjoy. JJ, thank you for watching. Logan, Blue 95. Great show tonight, Kevin Roll, Brandon, and congrats again, Slancha. Slancha to all of y'all. Thank you so much for joining in and watching. Again, mark your calendars. 2 weeks from today, March 24th, we will be dealing with an entire Redwood Empire stream, talking with their master blender, sampling some bottles, doing some giveaways, and there will be a special announcement from Redwood Empire on that stream regarding the Whiskey Weather Patreon members. So keep an eye on that as well. Remember, it is always Whiskey Weather. Tonight's stream was brought to you by Hang Light Gummies. They are now called post-game gummies. Don't have that link in the description now, but it will be there going forward. But I'm going to toss it into the comments below right now. So that is ready to go. You get 10% off using code Brandon10. Did it send? It did. But yeah, these are the best way to not get hungover for the next day. And those of you who are in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. 10% off every order with code Brandon10. Great stream. Got to introduce my son to whiskey weather, says KevBar55. Well, appreciate you and your support. Have a great rest of your night. Cheers, y'all. Remember, please drink safe and responsibly. It is always whiskey weather. And if you're watching this on a recap when it wasn't live, you're going to love last time when we did the Buffalo Trace store selection, where you can get their gift shop lined last week. You're not going to believe what finished in the top 2 in that video. We'll see you there. And remember, please be safe and responsible. We'll see you next week.